Goal! Hibernian have done it! The net ripples and the Easter Road erupts! What an unbelievable start! Goal! Celtic scores! The score is now 0-0! Unbelievable! What a start to this massive game! And that's the whistle for halftime. Here at Easter Road, a contest yet to spark into life. Hibernian and Celtic locked at 0-0. Not much to report here, is there? Celtic just probing, Hibs holding their shape well. Early doors.
They're looking to stretch Hibs out wide, you see. Trying to find those half spaces between the midfield and defense. It's all about patience right now.
A bit of cagey stuff early doors, isn't it? Both sides feeling each other out.
Certainly. Celtic trying to build from the back, but Hibs are pressing intelligently, denying them easy space in midfield.
Not a whole lot happening just yet. Are we seeing much intent from either side, Mike?
Celtic are probing down the left. Johnson looking to get in behind. Hibs are well drilled defensively, though, keeping their shape nicely.
Trying to get a feel for it, aren't they? Both sides probing, but not committing too many bodies forward just yet.
You can see the game plan. Hibs are happy to let Celtic have the ball in their own half, looking to spring on the counter.
Hibs are looking to stretch Celtic's defense here, trying to find those little pockets of space.
They're very compact defensively, Celtic. It's all about drawing them out and then exploiting the channels, I suspect.
Just a touch cagey early on, isn't it? Both sides feeling each other out.
You can see Celtic trying to find space out wide, but Hibs are compact.
Not much to report yet, Mike. Just a bit of head tennis in midfield.
Celtic are probing, John, but Hibs are holding their shape well, denying space out wide.
Celtic are just probing, trying to find that early opening, but Hibs are compact.
Aye, the boys looking to overload the flanks, while Hibs are holding a decent shape, trying to deny space in the middle.
Not a lot of zip to this one yet, is there? Hibbs looking a bit penned in.
They're trying to draw Celtic out, John. See how McGregor's dropping deep to pick up that second ball? Classic setup.
Just struggling to find that killer pass, aren't they? Really trying to unlock this Hibbs defense.
Hibs are compact. O'Halloran's tucked in nicely on that left flank, forcing Celtic wider.
A little bit of head tennis out there, isn't it? Waiting for someone to really unlock something.
They're certainly trying to build from the back, but Hibs are just snapping into those passing lanes. Needs a bit more invention.
Just a cagey start here, Mike. Hibbs trying to press high, but Celtic just recycling it at the back. A bit patient.
They are, John. Celtic's midfield three are finding pockets of space, looking to switch play to Taylor on the left. Hibs need to deny that switch.
They're probing, aren't they? Celtic looking to stretch Hibbs down that left flank, but the defensive shape is holding firm for now.
Indeed. Hibernian are being very disciplined, keeping those lines tight. Celtic need to find a way to unlock them, perhaps through a moment of individual brilliance or a clever switch of play.
Not much to report yet, is there? Both sides just settling into their rhythm.
Indeed, John. Celtic are trying to build from the back, O'Reilly dropping deep to collect, but Hibs are well drilled and compact at the moment.
A bit of a chess match developing, isn't it? Celtic trying to find a way through that compact Hibs shape. A lot of movement out wide from Hibbs, trying to stretch the Celtic defense.
They are, John. You see O'Reilly drifting wide, trying to pull a defender out. Hibs are staying disciplined, though.
Still feeling each other out here. A cagey start, with both sides probing without really committing.
They're definitely looking to exploit any space down the flanks, seeing O'Reilly tucking in a bit.
Not much to get the pulse racing just yet, is there? Celtic monopolizing possession, but Hibs look organized defensively. and that's the whistle for halftime. A thoroughly even contest here at Easter Road. Neither side able to find that crucial breakthrough as it remains Hibernian 0, Celtic 0. A bit cagey early doors here, wouldn't you say, Mike? Not much flair on display.
Absolutely, John. Celtic probing, Hibs looking to sit deep and counter. It's a familiar tactical dance.
Just a bit of probing from Hibs here, trying to find some space. Celtic look comfortable, soaking it up for now.
Indeed, John. Celtic are happy to let Hibernian have the ball in those deeper areas, waiting for that moment to pounce.
Not much to report here, is there? Celtic are trying to find their rhythm, but Hibs are well organized.
They are, John. Celtic are pushing the fullbacks high, looking to overload the wings, but Hanlon and his defense are holding firm for now.
Just feels like both sides are feeling each other out, Mike. Celtic keeping it patient, but Hibs are well drilled.
They are, John. Celtic are trying to draw Hibs out, but the midfield is quite congested at the moment.
It's cagey, isn't it? Hibsers digging in, Celtic probing, but not really finding those pockets of space yet.
They're compact. Celtic, that midfield triangle is working overtime to deny the through balls. O'Reilly's looking for the diagonal, but the cover's there.
Just a little bit of head tennis in midfield at the moment, isn't it? Not much else to get the pulse racing.
Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide with Johnston, but the back four are holding their shape well for the home side.
Not a lot happening out there, is there, Mike? Just a bit of head tennis in midfield.
Well, Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide, but their midfield block is holding firm, John. They're making it difficult to find that killer pass.
You sense both sides are just feeling each other out, Mike. Celtic probing, but Hibs looking well drilled at the back.
Absolutely, John. Celtic are favoring that left flank with Taylor, but McGregor's holding that midfield space for Hibs very well.
It's a bit of a chess match out there, isn't it? Both teams probing, looking for that opening. Just a little bit of head tennis in midfield at the moment, isn't it? Neither side can quite grab a foothold.
Indeed, John. Celtic seem content to build from the back while Hibs are pressing high, trying to force an error. They're probing, John, trying to stretch the defensive lines. You see Celtic's wingers looking to get in behind, but Hibs are staying compact.
Still cagey, isn't it? Celtic probing down the left, but Hibs are just about holding that shape.
They are, John. You see the midfield triangle for Celtic trying to unlock things, but Henderson and Newell are tight in there.
You just feel Hibs are trying to draw Celtic in, don't you, Mike? Luring them forward.
They're certainly disciplined in their shape, John. Trying to exploit any spaces that might open up when Celtic inevitably push their full backs higher.
It's a real midfield battle out there, isn't it? Neither side can quite get a stranglehold. Not much zip about this one yet, is there? Feels like both sides are just feeling each other out.
No, and you see Celtic trying to work the channels with Maeda. But the Hibs defense is sitting so deep, denying them space.
Not a huge amount happening out there, is it? Celtic seem to be probing, but Hibs are holding firm for now.
True, John. Celtic are probing down the left, but Hibs are keeping their shape well, denying them space in behind. They are indeed. Celtic are trying to overload the right flank with Abada, but McGuch is tracking back well, keeping things compact.
Still a touch cagey out there, Mike. Celtic probing, but Hibs are really disciplined in their shape, aren't they? Celtic are just probing, aren't they? Trying to find a pocket of space in this Hibs midfield.
Absolutely, John. You're seeing that compact block from the home side. Celtic trying to find those half spaces, but everything's a little too congested at the moment.
Not much incision yet, is there? Feels like both sides are waiting for a mistake.
They are, John. You can see the fullbacks pushing on, looking to stretch things, but the Hibs shape is holding firm for now.
It's Hibbs trying to be a bit more adventurous down the left here, stretching Celtic's shape.
Hibs are really disciplined in that mid-block, forcing Celtic wide. They'll need a moment of magic.
Just a bit of a cagey affair so far, isn't it? Both sides feel each other out.
They're looking for that diagonal ball to Yuan, and McGregor's tracking him well, keeping that defensive line tight. Indeed, Celtic are enjoying the Lions' share of possession, but Hibs are compact, forcing them wide.
Feels like Celtic are probing, but Hibs are just a little too well drilled at the moment, aren't they?
They are, John. You see O'Reilly dropping deep to collect, but he's finding very little space between the lines.
Not a lot happening for us here, is there? Feels a bit cagey.
They're both very much feeling each other out, John. You see the midfield marshaled tightly by both sides.
Just a bit cagey still, isn't it? Celtic haven't quite found their rhythm yet.
They're trying to stretch Hibs wide, but their midfield is congesting the space beautifully.
Not a lot of space opening up for Celtic here. Are they struggling to find that killer pass?
They're a bit congested in midfield, John. Hibs are doing a great job of keeping their shape and denying those central avenues.
They're probing, but Celtic seem to have that midfield shape pretty locked down at the moment, aren't they?
It's a patient build-up from Hibs, trying to draw Celtic out. You see the fullbacks pushing, looking for that little bit of extra width.
Not much to report here, is there? Feels like we're watching a chess match at 25 past the hour.
The midfield is certainly congested, John. Hibs are trying to pin back their fullbacks, but Celtic are looking to exploit those channels quickly when they win it back.
Just looking at how Hibs are trying to work it through midfield, Mike. A few neat touches, but Celtic are just a step ahead, aren't they? Bit of a stalemate here, isn't it? Both sides feeling each other out.
They are, John. You can see Celtic's defensive shape is really compact. They're forcing Hibs wide and limiting those central passing lanes effectively.
They're probing, aren't they? But just can't quite find that killer pass through the Celtic midfield.
They are, John. Celtic's midfield three are trying to find gaps, but Hibs are compact.
Celtic are just trying to stretch this Hibs defense, aren't they? A bit too static for my liking at the moment.
No, they're certainly patient. You can see the structure. But that final ball is proving elusive for Hibs today.
Not a lot happening out there, is it? Both sides looking a bit hesitant to commit men forward.
They are, John. You can see Hatate looking for those diagonal balls into Abada. But the midfield pairing of Campbell and Newell is doing a decent job screening.
Just a bit of head tennis out there at the moment, isn't it? Nobody can quite get a foot on it.
Celtic are happy to let Hibs have the ball in their own half, but they're closing down space quickly when it gets to midfield.
Still very much a cagey affair, Mike. Hibs are digging in, aren't they?
Hibs are packing that midfield, trying to deny space. Celtic need to find a way to stretch them wide.
You just feel something has to give here, don't you? Both teams probing, but no real incision yet.
They are, John. You can see the shape. Quite compact. Celtic are probing, looking for that diagonal ball to Maeda, but it's just not quite finding its mark yet.
This has been a real tactical battle, hasn't it? Lots of sideways passes, not a lot of penetration. Possession's ping-ponging a bit, isn't it? Neither side really settling into their rhythm yet.
It's a fascinating positional chess match, John. Celtic are stretching Hibs wide, but their midfield press is holding firm.
Right, the boys are probing, but Hibs are holding a really solid shape. Not much penetration just yet.
Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide, but their fullbacks are really disciplined today, keeping that shape.
just can't seem to find that killer pass, can they? Both sides looking a bit hesitant.
They are, John. Celtic looking to exploit the channels, but Hibs have their midfield shape spot on, very compact.
You feel that little lull, Mike? Hibs are digging in deep, making Celtic work for every inch.
They're trying to force it down the flanks, John, but the midfield is just too compact. Celtic need a bit more invention.
A lot of possession for Celtic, but Hibs are looking so organized out of possession.
They're trying to force it through the middle, John. Celtic need to stretch Hibs out wide, draw those defenders out of shape.
Not a lot to get the pulses racing here, is there? Hibs just trying to keep it tight.
They're definitely compacting the space. Celtic are looking for a breakthrough wide, but the runners aren't quite clicking yet.
Just a bit of head tennis out there at the moment, isn't it? Needs a spark.
They're denying space between the lines, John, keeping their shape, forcing Celtic wide.
Still goalless here, Mike. A real tactical battle shaping up. Neither side willing to give an inch.
They are, John. Celtic probing, but that midfield shape from Hibs is proving a real challenge to break down so far.
They're just probing, aren't they, Mike? Feels like a game of chess out there at the moment.
Celtic probing, trying to find that little gap in the Hibs defense. They're a well-drilled unit so far.
Just seems a bit cagey out there, Mike. Neither side wanting to give anything away.
Precisely, John. Hibs are sitting deep, denying Celtic the space to work their usual magic in the final third.
You feel like one of these teams has to try and force the issue soon, don't you, Mike? It's a bit too comfortable for both.
Indeed, John. Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide, but the home side are holding their shape well, denying them those central channels.
Not much to get the pulse racing here, is there? Just a bit of sideways passing.
Celtic are looking to stretch Hibs wide, John, trying to exploit those channels. But the hosts are holding their shape well.
A real tactical chess match unfolding here, Mike. Celtic probing, Hibs sitting deep, but neither side really unlocking the door.
They're certainly feeling each other out. Celtic are enjoying more of the ball, but Hibs are keeping their shape well defensively, denying space in behind.
It's a bit cagey, isn't it? Hibs are digging in, Celtic probing, but not finding that killer pass.
Celtic looking to stretch Hibs wide, but the home defense has been remarkably compact so far.
Just a touch of possession for Celtic down the left, but Hibs are holding their shape well, aren't they?
It's interesting, John. Celtic are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but they're struggling to find that incisive pass in the final third. Hibs are well drilled defensively.
Minutes gone. Still gold salts here at Easter Road. Celtic probing, but Hibs are holding firm, aren't they? Celtic are just probing, aren't they? Waiting for a chink in the Hibs armor.
They're definitely respecting Celtic's midfield shape, John. Lots of sideways movement, trying to draw the hoops out of position.
This midfield battle is intense, isn't it? Just feels like neither side can quite establish that decisive advantage yet.
They are, John. They're denying space between the lines, forcing Celtic to go wide. It's about patience for both sides. They are, John. You can see Celtic trying to stretch play down the flanks, but Hibs have their fullbacks pinned back well, denying that space.
You just feel like someone's going to find a pocket of space soon, don't you? Celtic are almost too patient at times.
They are, John. You see McGregor dropping deeper to pick up the ball, trying to stretch the Hibernian midfield.
Bit of head tennis going on in the middle, isn't it? Nobody really committing to anything. Not much happening out there, is there? Both teams probing, but no real cutting edge.
They're both very compact, John. Celtic trying to stretch Hibs wide, but the home side are disciplined, dropping back well. They are, John. But look at that shape they're holding now, stretching Hibs wide. It's all about drawing them out for that killer pass.
You'd expect Celtic to be dominating possession more, wouldn't you? Hibs are really digging in. And Celtic have the breakthrough! A moment of brilliance, and suddenly the deadlock is broken. It's 0-1 to the visitors.
Hibs are looking to spring that counter, but Celtic's shape is holding well, not giving them the space. Celtic are trying to overload the right with Johnston, but Hibs are doubling up well, keeping them honest.
Just a touch ponderous from Hibs here. Can't quite find that incisive pass. Celtic just soaking it up.
They are. Celtic are trying to probe, but Hibernian's defensive shapes is incredibly compact right now, leaving little space.
Like Hibs are just trying to weather this Celtic storm, Mike, holding on for half time.
They're building from the back well, looking to exploit the channels once they commit more bodies forward.
Just a bit of head tennis out there now, isn't it? Neither side really committing to anything expansive.
They are, John. They're packing the midfield, trying to disrupt Celtic's rhythm, but that possession edge is undeniable.
Getting a bit bogged down in midfield here, isn't it? Neither side quite able to carve out a real opening.
They're just probing, John. Celtic are patiently recycling possession, looking for that gap to open up in the Hibs midfield.
Much flow here, is there? Just a few passes, and it's back with the defense.
Celtic are quite content to just keep the ball probing patiently, while Hibs are holding a compact shape, looking to spring a quick counter.
Just ticking over here. Celtic looking comfortable, but Hibs are certainly not out of it. You just feel Celtic are patiently waiting for that one moment of magic, aren't they? Hibs are digging in.
They're trying to stretch Celtic, but the midfield is just so compact at the moment. They're probing, John, looking for that opening. Notice how O'Reilly is drifting wide, creating space centrally for Hatate.
waiting for a bit of magic here, aren't we? Just need that spark to ignite this one.
They are, John. You see how O'Reilly is dropping deep to collect, trying to draw a Hibs midfielder out of position. It's a subtle tug of war right now.
They're probing, aren't they? A lot of sideways passes as we restart, but Hibs look a bit more organized defensively this half. Not a whole lot happening at the moment, is it? Just a bit of head tennis out there.
Celtic are patiently building from the back, trying to draw Hibs out. You see their midfield staying compact, looking for that central overload.
Just a little bit of head tennis in midfield at the moment, isn't it? Nobody quite getting a foot in.
Indeed, John. Celtic are trying to stretch them wide, but their midfield is compact. It's about finding that little bit of space to unlock them.
It's just a bit too neat and tidy from Hibs so far, isn't it? Celtic are just soaking it up. And just like that, the scales have been balanced here at Easter Road. Hibernian have found their response, and it is now 1 apiece.
They're certainly trying to find space, John, but Hibs have been compact. Expect a switch of play soon, perhaps down their left flank. And Celtic are happy enough to concede possession out wide. They're looking to spring counterattacks.
Celtic are just probing, trying to find that little bit of space down the right flank. Hibs are well organized, though.
Celtic backline a little more.
And that's the whistle for halftime here at Easter Road. A fiercely contested first 45 minutes culminating in a 1-1 scoreline. Hibernian and Celtic locked in a real battle. And it's back underway here at Easter Road. The second half commencing with that crucial 1-1 stalemate still in place. Both sides will be desperate to find that decisive advantage. Feels like we're just waiting for something to spark here, Mike. Celtic probing, but Hibs are holding firm.
They're keeping their shape well, John. looking to exploit spaces down the flanks when the opportunity arises.
Just a touch cagey out there, isn't it? Both sides feeling each other out, trying to find that early advantage.
Indeed, John. Celtic are enjoying a good spell of possession, but Hibs are disciplined, closing down the space as well.
What a first half we've witnessed! Hibernian 1, Celtic 1. All square at the break, but don't let the scoreline fool you. This match has been absolutely electric. Players to watch in the second half. So what happens next? With the score level at 1-1, both teams will come out swinging. Hibernian have the home advantage and the crowd behind them. But Celtic have already shown they can hurt them on the break. I predict we're going to see at least one more goal in this second half. The question is, who wants it more? Stay tuned. The second half kicks off shortly. Not a lot of joy for either side going forward in these final few minutes before the break. Not much rhythm to this one, is there? Both sides probing, but nothing really sticking in the final third. Right, nearly time for the whistle. Hibs looking quite compact there, aren't they? Trying to stifle Celtic's usual flow. Just a minute or two left in this half. Celtic enjoying a bit more of the ball now, probing.
Celtic are dominating possession, but finding it tough to penetrate that disciplined Hibs shape.
Not a lot happening out there, is it? Just a few stray passes.
Celtic are enjoying a fair bit of the ball down the left, but Hibs are sitting deep, making them work for it.
You know, Mike, they're just passing it sideways, aren't they? Not a lot of penetration from either side, really.
They are, John. You can see the midfield block dropping deep, forcing Celtic to play it wide, but not quite finding that killer pass yet.
Just feels a bit like both sides are feeling each other out, Mike. Nobody quite wanting to commit the first real telling blow before the break.
Aye, they're trying to find space down that left flank. Hibs are compact, though, making it tough for them.
Right, Mike. Whistle blows. 45 minutes done and dusted. It's been a bit of a chess match, hasn't it? Not much separating them.
Celtic are struggling to find their usual midfield dominance, John. Hibs are packing it tight.
A real tactical chess match unfolding here, Mike. Both sides probing, but nobody quite finding that killer pass.
It's a bit cagey, John. Celtic are trying to probe, but Hibs are very well organized in that midfield shape.
A bit cagey out there, isn't it? Both sides feeling each other out.
You're right, John. Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide, but the midfield press from Johnson's men is really compacting their space.
Feels like we're just waiting for someone to unlock this, doesn't it? Both sides probing, but nothing really sticking.
It has indeed, John. Celtic are probing, but Hibs are incredibly disciplined in their shape. They're denying space beautifully between the lines.
Not a lot happening for either side right now, is it? Just passing it about in neutral territory.
Indeed, John. Hibs are trying to stretch Celtic wide, but their midfield shape is compact, denying space.
Just feels like both sides are feeling each other out, Mike. A lot of sideways passing, not much incision. And that's the whistle, folks! Hibernian 1, Celtic 1. What a breathless, pulsating first half we've had here at Easter Road. An absolute roller coaster of action. What a first half we've witnessed! Hibernian 1, Celtic 1. All square at the break, but don't let the scoreline fool you. This match has been absolutely electric. Players to watch in the second half. So, what happens next? With the score level at 1-1, both teams will come out swinging. Hibernian have the home advantage and the crowd behind them, but Celtic have already shown they can hurt them on the break. I predict we're going to see at least one more goal in this second half. The question is, who wants it more? Stay tuned! The second half kicks off shortly! Not a bad first half, Mike. Celtic looking a bit predictable down the wings, though, wouldn't you say? Just ticking over here, aren't they? Feels like both sides are just waiting for that whistle. Just feel like both teams are feeling each other out, Mike. Not quite clicking in that final third.
They are, John. Hibs have done well to stifle them, though you sense Celtic have another gear if they can just unlock that midfield press.
And that's the end of a pulsating first half here at Easter Road. Hibernian and Celtic locked together at 1 apiece. They're just passing it about in their own half, aren't they? Needs a bit more zip from Hibs.
Celtic are patiently probing, trying to draw Hibs out. They're looking for that midfield overloads we saw earlier.
All a bit cagey out there, isn't it? Feels like both teams are waiting for someone to make a mistake.
They're certainly probing, John. Celtic are trying to stretch Hibs wide, but the defense is holding firm for now.
Not a huge amount happening at the moment, is it? Just circling the wagons a bit.
They're looking to stretch Hibs wide, John, trying to find space in behind that midfield shape.
Just probing, aren't they? Hibs looking for that opening, Celtic holding that shape.
Celtic's midfield are really compacting the space in there, John. Makes it tough for Hibs to find those little triangles.
You feel like one team's going to blink here, don't you? Celtic just patiently building again, but Hibs are so well drilled at the moment.
They are indeed, John. The midfield triangle for Celtic is trying to create space, but McGregor and Newell are doing a fantastic job of compressing it.
Celtic are really trying to stretch Hibs here, pushing those fullbacks high.
They're looking for the overloads down the flanks, trying to isolate their wingers.
Just a bit of a stalemate developing here, isn't it? Both sides trying to find a way through.
They're certainly feeling each other out, John. Notice how Celtic are tucking in their wingers, trying to overload the midfield.
Not much happening for either side in these last few minutes, is there? Just a bit of a midfield stalemate developing.
They're both probing, John, trying to find that extra man. Hibs are keeping their defensive shape tight, though.
feel like someone's got to unlock something here, don't you? A bit of magic needed.
They're probing, John, but Hibs are remarkably well drilled in that defensive shape. Celtic need to find those quick switches of play.
It's a bit of a midfield battle developing here, Mike. Neither side can quite establish dominance.
You're right, John. Celtic are looking to exploit the wings, but Hibs are doubling up effectively.
Just a little bit of head tennis in midfield. Neither side really establishing a foothold just yet.
You sense Celtic are looking to stretch Hibs wide, trying to find those pockets of space with O'Reilly and Hatate pushing on.
The tempo's dropped a touch here, hasn't it? Celtic are probing, but Hibs are holding their shape.
They are. Celtic are trying to find space down the flanks, but Hibs midfield are remarkably disciplined, tracking runners effectively.
Not much happening out there, is it? Just passing it around the back, not really threatening anything.
They're probing, John, trying to draw Celtic out, seeing if the midfield can find that diagonal ball to set up a run.
Celtic just can't seem to find that incisive pass, can they? It's all a bit too predictable down the flanks.
They're trying to stretch Hibs, John, but the midfield congestion is a real problem. McGregor's looking to dictate, but he's being tightly marked.
A bit of a lull here, isn't it? Hibs are just probing, but Celtic's shape looks pretty solid, really.
They are, John. Celtic are patiently waiting, letting Hibs build from the back, looking to spring a counter.
They're probing, aren't they? Just trying to find that little chink in the Hibs armor.
It's interesting how Celtic are overloading the right flank with Johnston. It leaves a bit of space centrally they're yet to exploit.
Just waiting for someone to spark something, aren't we? Feels like both sides are a little hesitant to commit men forward.
It's a fascinating tactical battle, John. Hibs are holding a really tight shape, denying Celtic that space between the lines they love.
Not a lot happening for either side right now, are we? Looking for a spark.
Celtic holding the ball well, but Hibs are compact defensively. A real test of patience here.
Not exactly setting the world alight here, is it, Mike? Just a bit of a sterile midfield battle unfolding.
It's a positional